first the kingdom of Jah and his righteousness, then you'll come to see there's nothing but happiness, bounty and kindness. I sing all girl, when I'm out at that time, nor the climate, happy reach a Zion, me the train now left. It's my aim, and it is my target, can't drop me in a them net eye. Could you youth, you want to disrespect, slew the evil with the good eye, never bust a sweat. Happy reach a Zion, you want stick a bet, me done fuck already, everything done they set. Oh, I am on my way to Zion, the lead and them be just back, yeah. I'm seeking the conquering lion, straight forward, we not go turn back, yeah.
Greetings and welcome to Jesse I Interviews. As always, I want to pay my respects to the First Nations people of these lands, the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nation. I'm recording this in the city of Naarm, aka Melbourne, Australia. This episode features an interview with Turbulence from my first trip to Jamaica back in 2002. It was recorded at Black Scorpio Studio on Malines Road in Kingston after I told Jack Scorpio some of the artists I was interested in linking up with. He made some phone calls and then all of a sudden I was being visited by the likes of Luciano, Everton Blender, Pinches and Turbulence. This was fairly early on in Turbulence's career, but his song My Way to Zion was a huge favourite of mine for a few years already. I've been checking for his releases ever since that came out. This was a few years before his huge hit Notorious, but interestingly we touch on the same subject matter in this interview, the idea of him being saved from a life of crime and violence by Rastafari. As you'll hear from this one, he was quite a soft-spoken guy and quite humble too. All in all, a real pleasure to link up with. Let's do it. Jesse I interviews Turbulence at Black Scorpio Studio in Kingston, Jamaica, back in July 2002.
Now the youths are homeless. Hey, you should help them regardless of what you think about them. Government, is it that you're so careless? Yeah. Okay.
Alright. I'll just read a little intro like it's going on radio. But I'll edit it before I broadcast it, so if there's anything you don't want me to put in or whatever, just let me know and I can take it out.
Okay.
With me right now, I'm at Black Scorpio Studio in Kingston with a man called Turbulence. Turbulence, thank you very much for joining us here on Chant Down Babylon.
Yeah, first of all, give thanks and praise unto His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari, for being here. Thank you for your support, thank you for your time for interviewing me. Bless.
Yes, King. Give thanks. I always like to start my interviews at the beginning, get some background information, see where you've come from. So if you could tell the listeners a little bit about where you were born, what life was like growing up there.
Well, I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, St. Andrew. I was born in a little district called Hungry Town.
Hungry Town?
Yeah, it's called, right now it's St. 6 Mary Crane close, but it's called Hungry Town to other people around there. And
where did that name come from? Was it
Hungry
Town?
I don't really know this. I grew up coming here, people calling it Hungry Town, so I stick to the name Hungry Town. And I went to Miss Watson Basic School, onwards to Solarfield College, onwards to St. Tadge Technical, onwards to the music. Yes.
Alright, what about when did you start getting interested in music?
Well, it was from the high school. I think about in first form. We started beating the desk around the auditorium and started doing concerts, and really still it was listening to Bob Marley and Sizzla and all those big man in the music really stirred me in it, and I like this thing, and I like keys, and I like singing, and I like music, I like everything in music and a whole, so it really inspired me, and Jah inspired me in many ways, and the life that I live inspired me. The suffering that I've been through and my people has been through, it really inspired me, so it's music.
Yeah, and obviously Rastafari been a major inspiration.
Major.
When did you first start up Rastafari?
Well, Rastafari was founded in from a long time in me, because even when I didn't have on my locks just to signify that I'm a Rasta. Even in school, I acted like a Rasta, humble and calm. And when I came out of school, now I said, all right, I'm gonna grow my locks to signify the Ark of the Covenant, to Rastafari. So, because Rastafari, if I didn't, let me tell you the truth, if I wasn't a Rasta, maybe I would do something wrong. Maybe I will be doing something off key and not the right on the right tone, So I give thanks to Rastafari for saving me, because Rastafari saved a lot of people in the ghetto. Because the way Babylon treat us and the way the people them treat us is like we are nothing, and we are just So when I come and Sizzla come and Capleton come and Lucy come and preach Rastafari, it open a hope for them and a gateway so they can hold on that and survive. So Rastafari, Creator, bless.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, it seems like the way the world is, it's so geared towards the material, and it makes people want possessions, want this, want that. And for me, Rastafari has taught me that life is not about the material; it's about the spiritual. And so even if you have nothing, you still have everything if you have Jah.
Yeah, but when you say Rastafari, it's like you have a power. You know, when you say Rastafari, the way that they used to treat you, they can't treat you again, because Rastafari is the Holy Trinity and it gives you strength. So when they say, you move from here, if you don't want to move, you don't have to move, because it's not really about the material things, because through righteousness comes royalty. You know that. When you preach righteousness, you will reap. Even if you don't want it, you reap. The wicked can never reap. They can live, they never reap.
Right.
They're not gonna stay long. But when you preach righteousness, that's royalty again. So this money and these things is not really anything to Rastafari. But as I can see, Emperor Haile Selassie was crowned in a church on a throne of gold. So it's still royalty and vanity, but yet still we're not worshipping it. We need it, because you need a car to go to the airport now.
Yeah.
And you need clothes to wear, because you're not going to dress naked. So we need it, but we're not. Some people just understand that they must not bow for it. And must not sell their soul, because that is what we, the Rastas, are trying to get out of the people. And say, don't you sell your soul for that car over there. You can do without it. So when I say Rastafari help us in many ways. Give thanks.
Yes. Well, what was your first real break in the music business?
Well, let me tell you when I really started music. It was at my grandfather's funeral. And I was singing a hymn for him when he died. And I was singing. I was like, my uncle said to me after the funeral, I said, boy, I didn't know that you were so powerful. Would you like me to link you up with a producer and you can do something? I said, oh yes, of course. I was so excited. And it was on a Sunday, I linked up with Philip Fatis Borrell. And he was the one who said, let me hear you. And he said, yes, I can work with you, man. I can work with you. And Murphy, give him a rhythm. And I was in the studio voicing and the rhythm, and from there, kick off, and from there it started. And I went on the tour with Sizzla, start opening for Sizzla. That was a long time ago, about 3 years ago. And from there, everything just, because I don't know, everything just started from there, Just opened a gate for me right there.
What was the first tune that you released?
First tune was Think of Peace. Close your eyes, think of peace. Then after that is a barrage of tune release.
Right.
A lot of tune. After that first single, it's a lot of tune release. I could uncountable. A lot of tunes, but it was an exterminator at the time, and 2 years later I started to sing songs for other producers.
Yes.
Started to go over, I spread my wings a little. I just feel I could spread my wings, and Fatis is alright with that, So I spread my wings here in Scorpio, Kings of Kings, almost every label in Jamaica, Nuclear, everywhere.
For the children.
So So when I started a lot of, and I'm working for my album for myself,
Yeah.
and I'm now producing, and I'm now managing my own group.
Right.
It's called Ayatrad. And let me tell you about Ayatrad. Ayatrad is gonna mash up the place.
Yeah.
Group of young, talented DJs and singers from the ghetto.
Right.
And I'm managing them and I'm producing my own album now. And Scarpy is working on the album. J&D is working on the album. And Steve Stanley is working on the album. So I'm just going everywhere and giving the gospel of Rastafari to everybody.
Right.
You know, so a life.
Well, the tune "My Way to Zion," like I said, for me that was the first time when I heard the name Turbulence,
Yeah,
and that
true.
was a huge tune for me. That was one of your earlier tunes as well, right?
Yeah, that was followed by after Think of Peace.
Right.
I know it is Zion. And everybody everywhere in the world, especially in France and Paris and Italy, Belgium, Sweden, they love I Know It Is Zion. In Trinidad, all the Caribbeans,
Right.
if I say one word, I Know It Is Zion, the whole place is like upside down. So that is you can call that my big tune.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's interesting because I didn't really know. It's a big tune for me, but I didn't really know what it's like. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So how do you go about writing your songs?
Well, like I said in the earlier part in the interview, I said it's experience, teacher's wisdom.
Mm.
It's what I experience. Really, it's not. I'm not gonna say I go up in the hills and the breeze hit me and
Yeah.
mystic powers take over. I'm not gonna say that. It's the way I live
Right.
and the way the people live. If I see you back your toe, I'm gonna say, oh, you back his toe. That's not the way to go. You know.
But do you sit down and write lyrics, or do you?
Yeah,
does it just vibes?
No.
Yeah.
Right now, in my head, I write them.
Right.
Write them down and go in the studio and sing it on a rhythm. And if I don't like it, I come back again and sing it again and I say, yes, that is the right way.
Right.
But sometimes when I'm like out far in the country, I say, all right. I get a line of a tune. I say, oh, write it down on a piece of paper and come and study it then. Right there, you know.
Right. What about the name Turbulence? How did you come with that name?
Turbulence was given to me by an ancient Rasta in Whitehall Avenue. I was at a function in Whitehall Avenue and I was going by the name of Double Trouble at the time. And the man said, when I went on stage as a young artist, I hold the mic and I say, yeah, and I mash up the place and created a Turbulence. So I came down off stage and the man said, yo, you're not supposed to name Double Trouble, man. You're not giving any trouble. You're supposed to name Turbulence.
Mm.
But at the time, me as a young artist, I don't really know what turbulence means. You know, I say, oh, turbulence. Is he crazy? You know, and then I go home and look in the dictionary and see turbulence, it means disturbing, riotous, strong.
Shaking things up.
Yeah, so I say disturbing to Babylon, riotous as to all that is wrong, and strong for the Gideon.
Mm.
Turbulence from there.
I had a question, I just thought of it, and I just forgot it. Bear with me, give me 1 second. Oh, I was going to ask, I've heard a lot of people compare your style to early Sizzler. Like, not so much the Sizzler now, but more like 96, 97, 98, that era Sizzler.
Yeah,
what do you think about those sort of comparisons? Obviously, you mentioned him as an influence early on.
Yeah, Sizzler was my second influential person for me, you know. Whether everybody don't call it, he inspired me a lot. The first time I was going to school and I hear Sizzler on the radio, I said, what? I wanted to sing like him, but I didn't practice to sing like him.
Right.
He just come out to sing like him, and day by day I'm finding my own style.
Definitely.
My own thing, and because he's going somewhere, I don't know where he's going, but I'm staying right in the midst, you know. And day by day I go find my own style, and yet still I big up Sizzler Kalanja because without him the world wouldn't know me. Because he came to my house and said to me, Turbulence, I want you to open for me because you're the only one that sounds like me. I say, really? And I say, yeah, man. And It's been about 4 years now. I'm touring with him everywhere,
Mm.
everywhere on earth. Sizzla is I'm there. I'm the opening act. So from there, but
Mm.
I'm thinking bigger things now, and cause I don't know I'm producing I'm managing my group, so I want my group to open for me. So day by day, I will still work with Sizzla because Sizzla is a very good person. No matter what people say about him, that he burns this and he burns that, he's a very good person. He's just, the burning is just a defense, because a lot of people don't like him. So when you don't like him, you just come and say burn. It's just a defense for him and a way of life, because without the fire, nothing can,
Yeah.
roll up.
Yeah, well, from just getting off track a little bit, but I probably wouldn't be here myself if it wasn't for Sizzla. Because for me, I got into 70s reggae, Third World, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, Black Uru, all the 70s, Gladiators, Mighty Diamonds. That's all I listened to until I remember when Praise You Jar came out. I remember going to the record shop and putting it on and just, I'll give it a listen, And I put it on and thought, wow. That was the first time I'd heard modern reggae that had roots and culture, but a freshness to it that I hadn't heard before. And it was from that I went and checked Capleton, checked Luciano, checked Bushman, and that led me to check Turbulence and everybody else down the line through time. So.
Some people say Sizzla is a bad person, but he's not a bad person.
No.
He's a very good person. He helps a lot of people. Because I see it with my own eyes. He's from the ghetto in Augustown, and he helped the whole of Augustown people. They can come at his house and eat food. Because in Jamaica, certain parts in Jamaica, some people don't have anything to eat. And Sizzla help them, and Sizzla help people through the music too. Because a lot of bad guys, a lot of people who fire gun and steal things from people, when they sit on the corner and they put in a Sizzla cassette or a Turbulence cassette, they say, oh, and they have the gun in there, and then they put it over. I see that with my own eyes, put it over here. And they roll a spliff on them and listening. And they should be going out there robbing somebody, but the music hold them, and then about 3 months after, you see precepts start growing, and they start saying Rastafari, and the gun is rusted under the hurt or something. It's Rastafari. I see the power, so I say, I'm gonna stick with this.
Yeah, and that's powerful stuff. You can make one man change.
I know a man personally who is a murderer. Let me tell you, a man who don't give a damn. He just say, he bow and shot you. And reggae music, the right reggae music, lead him in harmony with himself. So I am appealing to all the one who are sing about gun. And all the people who are singing about gun and crack and all those things, them not really know what we face in the ghetto, so they're supposed to stop that. Because that is not the right way to go. Because when you sing about gun, people is getting hype. Guns and the man say, oh, and take out him gun and go on the road, and then the body step on his shoes, he shoot them.
Yeah.
So, but that is influential to the younger youth in school. Because some youth want to be a bad man, want to be a gangster. So we burn out them things there.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah, more fire. Alright, well, what do you think of the music industry in Jamaica right now? It seems to me that there's something of a divide between people like yourself singing roots and culture and consciousness, and then other artists that only sing about, bling bling, gun things.
Some disc jockeys in Jamaica, I don't know, it's like they prefer. I don't really know, I can't put a blame on anyone. They prefer to play the bling blings and the thing. And when we sing the positive tune, we can't get no airplay. Because, but it's getting better from the other day still. Because people a lot of people know me a long time in Jamaica, People start to play and start to realize, because the gun thing is causing too much killing in Jamaica. So I started playing all of the conscious tunes. So I don't know. If people are wise in themselves and just looking themselves, That is the key, just be free in yourself and love one another. No matter what, you know. Maybe the music industry will become a better thing, you know.
Well, I know that you voice tunes on rootsier rhythms, also dancehall rhythms, like Wicked tune on, I think, the martial arts rhythm, Get a Youth Them a Bly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's this one I picked up recently on the Luster Kings label that I love. Treat Me Like Delilah. Gone with the Wind. Yeah, so do you have a personal preference, like what sort of rhythms you prefer, like rootsy rhythms or dancehall, or you
not really
happier?
Not really. Anything the message can go on.
Yeah.
Because I will sing even on a cowboy song, even on hip hops. I sing on R&Bs. I sing anything.
Yeah, with a tune. There's one tune we play like an anthem in the dance back home. Chant with me, people.
Yeah.
Because Chant Down Sound is the name of our sound. So.
Yes, man. So you know.
And that's like that's almost an R&B hip hop rhythm right there.
And I have a couple of tunes that I can give you guys. That is R&B.
Right.
Singing, just strictly singing.
Right.
And people say, what? They're not DJing anymore. You know, because I spread the message in worldwide thing. I don't follow other, because some artists in Jamaica, they only know boop, 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 but I go on everything. Any producer come and say, DJ, I want you on this. Any rhythm, I just go home and me and my lady, we just look in the sky and burn a spliff. Music, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, is there any message you'd like to pass on to the people down under, the Australian Massive?
One art, one aim, one destiny. Rastafari.
Simple and sweet.
The message.
All right. Turbulence, thank you very, very much for joining us here on Chant Down Babylon.
If that's
All right.
been a pleasure. Blessed. Rastafari.
Thank you.
Actually, do that again. Yep.
Yes.
Blessed. Ja?
Pretty cool.
All right.
Nice.
If I can just record a quick jingle before you go too. I have that information. So it works better if it's about that far away. Yeah. So yeah, Chant Down Babylon with Jesse I, station PBS FM. And just, if you give me a run through, I'll just set the levels.
Yeah. Most High, Ja Rastafari. Let Jah rise and all his enemies be scattered. Let them that hate him flee before him.
Alright, that's cool.
Ready?
Yep.
Chant with me, people. Africa is the place to be. Chant with me, people. Only love can set us free. I said chant with me, people. Put a smile on your face and me say put away your frown. Chant with me, people. Mr. Wicked if you run out of town. A Turbulence to Future from the Higher Threat family. And you're tuning in to Chant Down Babylon with Jesse I on PBS FM. Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Ja Rastafari bless. Sing again. Me no matter the time nor the climate. After reach a Zion, me the right now left. It's my aim and it is my target. Can't trap me in a them net. Good to try youth, you want for disrespect. Slew the evil with the good and never bust a sweat. You not fi worry and you not fi fret. We done up pack already, everything done they set. Jesse I on his way to Zion. Boom! A Turbulence to Future, man. Big up yourself. Yeah, Chant Down Babylon, tune in. Yeah, Jesse I, PBS FM. Big up yourself. Your respect is astronomical, gigantic. One love, one heart, one aim, one destiny. So that's it.
Boom! A fire bound! Yeah, man. Ain't no Tisha. Over the baritone. Michelle over Oscar. Pat over the Uzi and Glock. Life over that. You know what's that Turbulence to Future never solo. Hey, let me tell you this again. I could have been one of the most notorious. I got paid by the King, and His grace is so glorious. I could have been One of the most devastating I got paid by the King, and his love is everlasting.
Turbulence, speaking to me there back in July 2002. I was always keen to voice dubplates back in these days, and somehow Turbulence ended up voicing 3 for me for free. I can't even remember if I asked him and he just voiced for free or if he offered, but either way, this was amazing for me at the time given the minuscule budget that I had, and they were killer dubs too. I'll play one at the end. That's it for this one. Big shout out as always to the Patreon supporters, the Real General Empress Irie, and me Idrins Tom Tanaki and Ben Debney. If you want to become a patron and help keep this project alive, you can do it at patreon.com/Jesse_I_interviews. Thanks for tuning in. Eyes is every time.
Yeah! Its foundation is in the Holy Mountains. Ethiopia, this man was born there. Greetings in the mighty and powerful name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie, Sata Amasagana, Sina Kalamawe. Rastafari, it is I, Turbulence, the future from the Ayatollah family. Kick it, make it roll with no hesitation. Chant down. Music is my occupation. Yo, Ross Crucial, HSI, Melbourne, Australia. Whoa. Chant with me, people. Africa is the place to be. Tell them to chant with me, people. Only love can set us free. But tell them chant with me, people. Put a smile on your face and me say put away your frown. Chant with me, people. Chant sound of figure, chant them down. There is no time to waste. Make we heal the emperor. It is time to take her place in Ethiopia. Well, this is for all the human race. I say change the crooked ways. One heart, one aim, one destiny. I grow my locks for a reason. It's to signify that I'm a child of the great one. That is King Rastafari. Could I never ever take me a feel of the great man? Chant them down, chant Babylon down, chant them down. Turbulence, I give out the sound. No time to waste. Make we heal the emperor. It is time to take her place in Ethiopia. This is for all the human race. I say change your crooked ways. One heart, one aim, one destiny. Chant down sound and tell them this. For the new year, this should be a resolution. But the slime and me say burn up the pollution. Come together cause all over the solution. Praise the last day and no burn the illusion. Give the youth some more learning institution, so they can learn about the culture and them roots, man. Tell the woman them for burn the prostitution. Bring your youth and no bother with the abortion. Government will stop neglect the poor and close, man. Stop the promises, you do something fast, man. Artists will stop going like them lost, man. This bag of fighting now them misery that a cost, man. All the one them we no one stop rat, man. Them have to go answer to God, man. Chant down and tell them we say there is no time to waste. Make we heal the emperor. It is time to take a place in Ethiopia. This is for all the human race. Change your crooked ways. One heart, one aim, one destiny. Are you ready again? Chant down, chant with me, people. Only love can set us free. Chant with me, people. And set my captives free. I say chant with me, people. Put a smile on your face and me say put away your frown.